Morning.
Good morning. Just a moment and I'll be with you. Now, how can I help you?
Yes, I phoned you earlier about an eco-holiday. You know, one of those holidays where you don't damage the environment at all and you get close to nature.
Yes, I remember. Mr. Petrov, isn't it?
Yes, Igor Petrov. You said you were going to look up what was available at rather short notice.
I did, and I've got a few things here. Just before I show them to you, though, let me get down a few details.
Okay.
Right. Now, how long are you hoping to go for? A week? A month?
I originally planned to go for 3 weeks, but I think actually 2 would be better.
Fine. I'll just note that down. I think it's a good length for a holiday. You don't want to go for too long, or it's difficult to get back to work again afterwards, I always think. And what's the limit on how much you're prepared to pay?
Yes, I don't really want to go above £1,750 if I can help it.
Fine. Oh, but when you come to look at the brochures, I should just point out that each of them has a discount if you pay in advance.
Oh, that's good. How much is it?
It depends on the holiday you choose, but it's worth bearing in mind. Do you have any special requirements which I should note down, by the way?
Yes. One thing I'm keen on is having travel insurance while I'm away. So, can you give me a quote?
Well, I can't actually at the moment because our internet connection is down just now. But as soon as we have it up and running again and we know what holiday you've chosen, I'll give you a call. Is there anything else?
Yes, there is actually. I'm not a meat eater, so you'll need to specify to the airline that I need to eat vegetarian meals when I fly.
Okay, vegetarian meals. By the way, what nationality are you, Mr. Petrov?
I'm Russian, from St. Petersburg originally.
I just ask because I may need to see if you'll need a visa for some of the places you might visit. I'm just pointing that out because you want to go fairly soon and it can sometimes be quite a lengthy process.
So, what options are still available?
Okay. There are these 3 possibilities which I managed to print out earlier. I thought they looked good.
Okay, let's have a look.
The first is called the Dumbarton Tablelands. It looks pretty good to me. It's in Western Australia. The holiday really involves being close to and watching animals, almost living with them, in fact, because you get to stay in quite a luxurious house or cabin built high up in a tree and surrounded by lovely countryside. And, you know, there are birds and lizards and things, if you like that sort of thing. So you're very sort of...
Close to nature.
Close to nature, that's right.
Sounds interesting. I guess I could enjoy that. What else have you got?
Well, there's this one in the Bago Nature Reserve, where you go and stay with a local family in their house in a small mountain village, away from other tourists and the usual tourist spots. So you discover lots about the way they live, and you sort of live in the family, share their meals, help them with their work, that sort of thing.
Not so much of a holiday, then?
Well, it depends on you. It's very different, and they say a change is as good as a rest. And then there's San Luis Island.
What happens at San Luis?
Well, it's a small island just a few miles from the coast of Central America, but I'm not sure if it's really up your street. You might like it because international tourism hasn't spoilt it yet, but I'd say it's more a holiday for young people. You go and live in a hostel and, you know, you help paint the local school and you get to meet the kids and sort of try your hand at teaching.
Teaching what?
Oh, English or maths, whatever you're good at. What makes the island interesting, though, is their emissions policy. There are no cars. You have to walk or use a bicycle to get about. and you get there by sailing boat.
Sounds wonderful.
Okay, well, I'm going to talk about Tennyson Down, which is a large, steep hill not very far from where I live in the south of England. You have to walk up it. You walk quite a long way up, about a mile or 2 miles, until you get to the top, where there are these fantastic views across the sea in all directions. You can see all around the island. At the top of the hill, there's this wonderful stone column. It's a memorial to a famous British poet. I've been there. I think perhaps the last time was a few years ago. I went with my family, my parents and my sister. We walked up there. It was a lovely sunny day and there weren't too many people around. The weather was quite warm. We could see for perhaps 20 miles, and then once you're up at the top, actually, we sat down and I think we had a picnic, ate some sandwiches and then continued the walk. You walk down another 2 or 3 miles until you reach the Needles, which are some spectacular rocks standing out in the sea, very spectacular. And then we walked down to a place called Alum Bay, where there's a car park and bus stops, and took a bus back home. Why is the place so beautiful? I think it's particularly beautiful because it's such an unspoiled area. It's protected. It's all very green, and although it's quite steep, it's easy to walk on. And all in all, it's a wonderful day out. Good exercise, fresh air, fantastic views, and very, very relaxing.
Thank you. Do you think you'll ever go there again?
I think so. Yes, probably. I'd like to.
And have any of your friends visited this place?
I'm not sure. Possibly, but not with me.